5th of January 2023. The New Year holidays in Russia keep going, and while most of people going for this New Year's vacation to Moscow, Kazan, Sochi, St. Petersburg, well, I did opposite. From St. Petersburg, I came to somewhere else, and I came to the town of Veliky Novgorod, Novgorod the Great, founded in 859, the very first capital of Russia. Yes, I'm talking about the time more than 1,100 years ago. So I want to say hello everybody, Happy New Year once again. My name is Sergey Baklykov, this is Baklykov Live, and today I'm in the town of Veliky Novgorod, or Novgorod the Great. This is the railway terminal. That's the monument to Alexander Nevsky, Prince of Novgorod, Alexander Nevsky, who lived 800 years ago, and he was the Prince of Novgorod lands, the Republic of Novgorod, because actually there was the time when the territory of Novgorod Republic, Novgorod lands, was from the nowadays Urals to nowadays northwest, which is like St. Petersburg and Leningrad region. Well, I came here by the train. It's like only 2.5 hours, and I'm here. Novgorod the Great is another town which is pretty good for visiting for one day from St. Petersburg. So it's like you can come here in the morning, you can take a walk around the town, and then in the evening you can come back to St. Petersburg. Well, I came here yet by day, and I already filmed the amazing video, which I will release later after this live stream. It was pretty great today. Look, it was a great day. Cold, but it's now minus 14 degrees Celsius or 9 Fahrenheit. But it was a very sunny day with an amazing sunset above Volkhov river. And now I'm making the live stream in the evening, local time 6:06, and I'm saying hi to everybody. We are in one of the oldest towns of Russia. Leningrad the best, Garth, Mage, Alex Gordon, Neil McDonald, Yusuf Fasser, everybody hello. Let's enjoy the time here. And also when you're coming here, it's really pretty comfortable to walk around, because look, as soon as you're getting out of the railway station, look, all you need is just to walk all the way straight forwards if you want to learn the historic city center. I hope you will enjoy now. Oh, and look, one more thing I'm gonna tell you about traveling to Veliky Novgorod, Novgorod the Great. It's when you're coming here, look, right next to the railway station, there's also McDonald's, which is now called Вкусная точка. And here is the parking. Sometimes, if you remember, I'm coming here just by car. I'm just taking the car sharing, and I'm coming here, and also it's pretty comfortable. Here is a free parking. Actually, everywhere in Novgorod the Great, it's a free parking. So you can park the car. Always they have a vacant lots, and that's it. So look, you can come early in the morning, immediately you can go to, let's say, вкусная точка. That's how McDonald's in Russia called now. You can get a meal and to go for a walk, to go to a Veliky Novgorod Kremlin. And by the way, never mess up Veliky Novgorod and Nizhny Novgorod, where I was 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks! You see, here is such a standalone McDonald's. It's one of like 3 McDonald's here in the town. 220,000 residents here. Whoa, overcrowded McDonald's here too. I think it's interesting for those who are saying that, well, go to any other smaller towns outside of Moscow and St. Petersburg. You will see totally different, situation there. Okay, so now I'm in the town 200 kilometers southeast from St. Petersburg. It's like, yes, it's very old town. It's the very first capital of Russia, but now it's a provincial town. Look how many people even here. But okay. Let's go for a walk. Так. Okay. Look, let me tell you that -15, that's already pretty decent temperature. It's the temperature when you don't feel like it's too cold in the first maybe 20-30 minutes, but then after about 30 minutes you're really feeling it's cold. And especially I felt cold when I've got to the bridge. There's a bridge, and when I was on that bridge where the wind is walking away, well, that was really cold. Yes, Alex Gordon, hello. Tim Gibson, hello. Don't let them hear you speaking English. Come on. Nobody cares here. What they are telling you about that. Hello world, hello Les Gillards. So they got tasty periods up there too. Yes, it's here already for many years. Don't forget to hit the like. Oh yes, dudes, don't forget to hit the like. Okay, I'm returning to the railway station, and I told you that here it's pretty comfortable to walk in Veliky Novgorod, because as soon as you're coming, you just cross the road, and what you need to walk straight forwards. Straight forwards all the way until the Kremlin, one of the oldest Kremlins in Russia. The Kremlin, which it was founded in 1044 and there inside is located Saint Sophia Cathedral, which the construction started in the same time in 1045 and finished like in 1050 or so. It's the oldest Russian Orthodox cathedral in the country. Ginny Skinner, Esther Pastor, Judy Butterfield, Stacy O'Shields. Here you're walking through such a boulevard. In Russia, boulevard, it's not what boulevards in the West. Here, boulevard, it's when the road separated with such an alley with the trees. It's really beautiful here, as now when we see the trees covered with the snow, as in the summertime when we can see the trees are covered with the leaves. It's a nice, huge, older trees. I was checking out the real estate price here on this street, and in Novgorod the Great in general, the price for real estate here vary from about $1,000 to $1,500 per square meter. Even though Novgorod the Great is one of the oldest towns of Russia, well, here we can see a lot of Soviet architecture, the Stalinist architecture of 1950s, you know, some Khrushchev buildings from 1960s. Well, that's an echo of World War II, when most of the town was destroyed and they had to rebuild it. But fortunately, the Kremlin and Saint Sophia Cathedral is there. Hello, exploring with the Zwinos, Michael, Natalie. Natalie Zwino is from Nizhny Novgorod. As I told you guys, never mess it up with Nizhny Novgorod, Veliky Novgorod and Nizhny Novgorod. Veliky Novgorod, where we are now, it's 200 kilometers southeast from St. Petersburg. And Nizhny Novgorod, it's the town on Volga, 400 kilometers east from Moscow. So it's like about 1,200 kilometers from St. Petersburg. Feels like we are on a movie set. Ginny Skinner said. Hello, Sergey Ivanov. Yes, enjoy this. Enjoy this. And I'm really looking forward for later time when I will make the premiere of my video that I filmed today by day. By day it was a great weather. Yes, it's now cold, but the day was sunny. And there was an amazing sunset above Volkhov River. Volkhov River. So, yes, Nizhny, Veliky Novgorod, Novgorod the Great, where we are now, historically a very significant town. Look, founded in at least 859. In 862, here came Rurik the Varangian, who was called up to come here and to manage the matters between the tribes that lived here. The Lake Ilmen tribes, the thing is, they had tensions between each other, and in order to have like a neutral person who will be able to manage all their matters without any passion, without being biased, okay? So they invited the Varangian Rurik. So he is considered as the founder of Russia and the beginner of the dynasty of Ruriks, the dynasty of rulers. Then the dynasty of Ruriks, look, it has ruled Russia for 700 years before the Romanovs. The Romanovs then ruled Russia for another 300 years, okay? Before the Bolsheviks came to the authority. Look, together with Rurik also came his associates, but his associates Askold and Dir then moved to the south, to Kiev, okay? And that's how Russia, in the very beginning, already in the very beginning of its history, started to be developed in both ways politically, in the way of, how to say, like a people's authority, like the republic, okay, some kind of real democracy. From another side, it was a monarchy, because if Rurik was invited here, I mean, like, he was called up to come and to manage, so he was like, like a hired manager. Then Askold and Dir, they came to Kiev and they got authority, I mean, with the force, okay, with the force, and there was the monarchy. And here now in Kremlin we will see the monument, which is called the Monument to Millennium of Russia. The Monument to Millennium of Russia, and even in that monument we will see how the sculptor Mikhail Shemyakin symbolically depicted the developments of Russia, of old Russia, in both ways. The People's Council, the People's Republic, and monarchy. The movie theater called Russia seems now under reconstruction or so. If you will look at the map, you will see the Baltic Sea. Look at the Baltic Sea. Find the Baltic Sea. Then, closer to St. Petersburg, you will find the Gulf of Finland, which is a part of Baltic Sea. Out of Gulf of Finland, there flows Neva River. And in the place where Gulf of Finland, where's the confluence of the Gulf of Finland and Neva River, there is St. Petersburg. But if you will look at where Neva River goes, then you will see that it goes and flows into Lake Ladoga, the second largest lake in Russia, the largest after Lake Baikal. Okay, and then another river flows out of Lake Ladoga. It's Volkhov River, and that's where we are. We are at one of the banks of Volkhov River, and after Volkhov River there goes Ilmeny, Lake Ilmeny. If you remember, in the summertime, several times I was taking you for a boat ride, and we saw what the people here, our Russian ancestors, my Russian ancestors, saw 1,000 years ago, 900 years ago, 800 years ago, okay? That waterway. And you remember I told you that here the tribes which lived around Ilmeny, Lake Ilmeny, so that's where they lived, and they had tensions and they were needs, somebody neutral, Now we would say that Rurik was invited as the manager TC, thank you for great history lesson. Long-time subscriber from Texas. Happy New Year, Sergey. Thank you very much, TC. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the support. By the way, I forgot to mention that, yes, this is another live stream, another trip, which is possible exceptionally to the members of my channel. And look, let me tell you something. You may consider this as the prelude for another amazing weekend. I prepared another great trip, same as the previous weeks when I went to Moscow, Kazan, Nizhny Novgorod. But in the upcoming weekend, I mean the weekend which is coming already tomorrow, I prepared something even more extraordinary for you. That has became possible because for the last like 2 months I got a good gain of members, and also, you know, Black Cat, the subscriber under the name Black Cat recently also gifted a lot of memberships, and I told you that absolutely all the revenue from memberships goes for the new road trips. So now that's how it has become possible. Operation Zenith, hello, and thank you very much. Okay, I'm really close already to the Kremlin. Here is such a square. We need to go through the square, and there will be the administration of Novgorod region. Black Cat is your gift giver. Yes, so recently he gifted like 65 memberships. Also, I had a very good super chat on the New Year's night. So yeah, immediately I want to give it back to you in a content, okay? This is what I'm telling you all the time, that I do maximum in order to return to you in a content, okay? And I do just as much as I can. So now, once I have some bigger budget this month, so I will bring you something really bigger, and you may consider this trip to Veliky Novgorod as a prelude. Roy C, is it only for members? Some videos are available for members only. But in the same time, the best videos which are possible thankful for members, actually they are available for everyone. Okay, I'm really close to the main square of the city, the square before the Kremlin. They have the main Christmas tree there. By the way, Christmas is coming. The Russian Christmas is coming. Russian Christmas celebrated on the night from 6th of January to the 7th of January. Silvana, Hori, thank you very much for the appreciation of the hard work. Yeah, today I had to wake up at 7 o'clock in order to get on a train here to come yet by day to film the vlog in the daytime, and now making yet the live stream in the night time, and yet I will have to come back home today. There is the main square of the city. This Stalinist neoclassical administrative building, that's the administration of Novgorod region. I noticed that day's already getting longer. So the day now getting longer for 12 minutes, but you already noticed that? That's funny. Checo, thank you very much for an amazing super chat. 10 bucks. Very much appreciated. ...2023 is here. The main square of the city. Yes. Well, I've noticed actually I'm far not the only one who visiting Veliky Novgorod during this New Year holiday periods. When I was here by day, I saw even more people. Yeah, probably people who are living outside of Moscow and St. Petersburg and Kazan and Sochi and Nizhny Novgorod. They are probably like traveling to somewhere else. And those who are, I mean, those people who live outside of those towns, Moscow, St. Petersburg, Kazan, Sochi, they are going there. But people who are living in Moscow, St. Petersburg, Kazan, Nizhny Novgorod, Ekaterinburg, they are going somewhere else. .30 meanwhile here. It's by the way, here it's of course the Moscow time zone. Whoa, amazing Christmas tree. There's about the same concepts of the lighting decoration in Moscow, but way smaller. Now here it's way bigger. This is something what I never saw in the daytime. Well, in the daytime you don't see the lights. It's a pretty cool stuff. Many people, I think many tourists. Betty Power, hello, hello good fella, hello Anglo-Saxon reptiloids, Capk, everybody, hello. Hello dear dudes. Ryan Quinn asking that ridiculous question again. What time is in Russia right now? Damn. You go and check out how many time zones in Russia. Here can't be such a thing as the time in Russia. Because in different regions, different time. Hi Frank Ketziora. Hi to Canada. Edward Garcia, hello. Oh, I see so bright moon there. Emercom, hello to Volkhov. I remember I was in Volkhov 2 years ago. And that was a great visit. In Volkhov they also have Kremlin. I've tried to get into that restaurant today, but it was also all packed. Same as McDonald's. Yes, it's a great time now. Seems like a really great time for the bars and restaurants of Veliky Novgorod. Hi Lollipop. Ryan Quinn, can I visit to Russia? Yes, why not? Why not? Maybe take out stouts. Well, I will have a very responsible weekend. So I think I don't have to drink any alcohol recently. The kids are enjoying the electric vehicles. Small electric cars. Okay, and now to the Kremlin. A little fair. We're also like everywhere in a tiny houses. They are selling the stuff, different stuff. Well, I see here mostly the foods. Pony rides, pony and horse rides. Horse carriage. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Veliky Novgorod Kremlin 1044. Kremlin, the old Russian fortress on the bank of Volkhov River. Total distance of the walls around the Kremlin is 1,500 meters. So it's almost a mile. Look, all the Kremlins are fortresses, but not all the fortresses are Kremlins. Kremlins are a special kind of old Russian architecture, not just a fortress. And it also pretty typical for the most of Russian Kremlins to be on the hill on the bank of the river. And old Russian towns, most of them were founded on the bank of the rivers, because rivers back in those days were the main transportation arteries. And the walls were needed that's to have the defense of the town. And the hills, it's also another barrier for the enemies, because look, at first you need like to climb on the hill and then to try to climb on a high walls, while you see they are shooting you from those holes. So it's like, look, the defenders of the fortress, when they are there, they are in safety, being behind the walls, just shooting from that holes. But now these hills are really great for riding from the slates. You see, the kids there are just riding. Now let's get inside. Same as most of Kremlins in Russia, they're using it just for the night. You're coming here, the entrance is free. When we will walk through the Kremlin, we'll get to the bank of Volkhov River. In this building now, the Philharmonic, that's the Philharmonic named after Sergei Rachmaninov. Wow, look, only 45 minutes on such a cold. I've got the message that only 20% of the charge is left. Wow, yes, it's really cold today. Well, still not that cold, but cold enough. As I told you, the first like maybe 30-40 minutes, you don't feel that too much. Beginning to feel it. Well, I guess same about the phone. Normally it takes about 2 hours 20 minutes for my iPhone, well, certainly my iPhone, to drop down from 100% to 20% of the charge. So this Philharmonic Hall is named after Sergei Rachmaninov because there's also the park next to the Kremlin, which was on the left from the square, from the central square. There is the monument to Sergei Rachmaninov, one of the most significant Russian composers. Why? Because he was born in Novgorod region. I really recommend you to listen to Sergei Rachmaninov if you want to really know more of the Russian classical music. Believe me, you'll be amazed. And for example, I can recommend you to start with Piano Concerto number 2. Now, this is the monument to Millennium of Russia. Yes, we'll come back here. And that is Saint Sophia Cathedral, the oldest Russian Orthodox church. Look, here we can see it as the representative, the representation of the old Russian architecture. Look, it looks like a strong Russian man in an iron helmet. He is chilling, staying on the top of the hill, watching around. He's just enjoying the time. And he is ready to defend his land if the enemies will come. Gina Skinner, thank you very much for your super chat. Much appreciated. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. And hello from Veliky Novgorod. The clock tower. Wow. Look at that old murals. By the way, Saint Sophia Cathedral was the cathedral in Russia where for the first time ever the Bible was translated to Slavic language. Hello, Eldar Ahmedjan. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody who continue joining. Okay? Happy New Year to you all. Stacy, all shields. We're inside. The camera gets the steam all the time because you have no idea how much colder it is on the streets. So there goes the reaction of condensate. So, and now to the monuments to Millennium of that was installed there in 1862. Victor Alex Vlog just became a member. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm telling you once again that the live streams and videos from all the road trips are possible thankful to are possible exceptionally thankful to the members of my channel. And this live stream is not the exception, and you can consider this as a prelude for even greater content that is waiting for you in the upcoming weekends. There was the competition of the projects for the monument to Millennium of Russia, and Mikhail Shemyakin won that because look, he offers a really great concept. The monument, which is consisted of 3 parts, and now I will explain. So, the lower parts of the monuments looks like the lower parts of the bell. The bell symbolize the Republic. Novgorod, from the very beginning of its, from the very beginning was the Republic. Here was the People's Council, so-called Veche, that People's Council. They literally were ringing the bell here, and later I will show you the bell tower there. And all the city, all the people of Novgorod were coming here to the square, and they used to discuss all the matters, starting from simple administrative, daily, regular stuff to the criminal cases. And by the way, it's in Novgorod was the very first prototype of the Codex of Law. It was called Ruskaya Pravda, Russian Truth. So yes, it's like the first attempt to somehow categorize what you can do, what you can and what you can't do, for what you can be punished. Okay. Next part, it's an orb. I'm not sure if it's obvious it's an orb now when there is the snow. It's obvious when I was here in the summertime, if you remember. Well, orb is a symbol of monarchy, okay? And the upper part, I told you that. Remember, I told you that when Rurik came to Novgorod, he came being invited, okay? And he was just like, some kind of manager. He was not a monarch, but at the same time, his associates, Askold and Dir, they came to Kiev. And there in Kiev, they got the authority by force, okay? And so, already from the very beginning, Russia used to develop both ways. Actually had 2 systems of ruling authority, the Republic and monarchy. And the third part, on the top, there is the cross. So it is symbolized that Russia, it's a Christian country. However, initially, until the 9th century, Russia was into paganism. Victor Alex Vlog, thank you so much again for the super sticker. There was the super chat, now the super sticker. And also here we can see the images. If I remember well, it's 169 or about that, 160 of images of the most significant people of Russia for all its 1,000 years history. Of course, starting from Rurik. So it's It's of course the emperors, the scientists, the writers, all the most significant people on the moment of 1862, starting from 862 to 1862. Of course, like starting from Rurik. You see, in the center, it's the figure which depicts Rurik, Prince Rurik, the founder of Russia and the beginner of the dynasty of Ruriks, which is, after all, ruled Russia for 700 years. Before the Romanovs, then the Romanovs ruled Russia for another 300 years. And now actually you can see my thumbnail. Today on the thumbnail I posted this picture. Dudes, look at this. I hope you really enjoy. I'm bringing you an amazing stuff. While it was really like, it would be really easier for me just to make another walk through Nevsky Prospect, which is full of people, full of lights, but I decided no, I better will bring you something else, because I can, okay? And I did it. Yes, because I can. I'm telling you that I'm always doing maximum of what I can. Anastasia, thank you very much. Hello again to you. Hello to Hungary. Today's stream is possible thankful to the people like Anastasia, who all the time supporting my channel and joint membership. Hello, Winnie, Natalia Krivensova, everybody. And never forget that later I will upload the video that I filmed today by day. Hi, Max Planck. Wow, now there on the bridge, it's really cold. It's really cold. Bridge and Tunnel Scooter Club. Hello to you. And yes, like here, Dmitry Savin is saying that the very first capital of Russia, it's like Ladoga. Oh yes, if to be like really so painstaking, then technically yes, the town of Ladoga, which is now called Old Ladoga, not far from here, it's like if to continue moving upstream the Volkhov river. But look, it was the capital only for like 2 years. But real capital, real first capital, like full-scale capital for several centuries was Novgorod. Thomas Jerome, so the Novgorod Republic was an anarchist commune? No, dudes. Mark just became a member. Thank you, Mark. Thank you very much. You see, together we can do. Together we can do more. All right. Hi. All right, dudes. All right. All right, look at this. All right. All right. All right. Volkhov. And by the way, that is that bell tower. That is that bell tower. Bell tower. And look, actually you can go to the bell tower in a regular hours. And I remember in the summertime I was taking you up there. They have the walkaway. You can walk most of this wall, this front wall. I think that's now maybe due to some security measures. I never saw anybody walking there. Maybe in the winter time it's somehow prohibited. Okay, so in the summertime, if you remember, here is the beach. And look, I'm kind of surprised that Volkhov River, it's not frozen. Wow, look, I'm looking at this and I remember how it was just a few hours ago when I filmed just a video, which I will upload later today. Make sure to check that out. You have no idea how beautiful it was here and what a great sunset. Yesterday was a sunny day. Today it's cold. -14, -15 freaking degrees Celsius, what is like 8-9 Fahrenheit. But damn, it was sunny and there was an amazing sunset. So later I will make the premiere. This is pedestrian bridge over Volkhov River. And look, if you will go there, you will come to Lake Ilmen. I remember how in the summertime, several times in 2022 and 2021, I was taking you there, Lake Ilmen. But if you will go there, you will come to Lake Ladoga. And from Lake Ladoga, you can switch to Neva River to come to St. Petersburg, and from Neva River you can get to Gulf of Finland, and from Gulf of Finland to Baltic Sea and to the Western Europe. Okay? You hear me? Volkhov. And look, wow, you have no idea how it was cold here when I was walking here several hours ago. Wow, I mean, it's not that cold in the city. It's not that cold in the city as it's here. It's so windy. That's crap. I mean, this is beautiful, but a cold wind in the face. That's crap. The TV tower, the main TV tower of Veliky Novgorod. If you remember, in the summertime, here is the piers, and the boat rides like every 30 minutes. And I was taking you there, and we were taking a boat ride to Lake Ilmen, and we saw all those views that my Russian ancestors saw thousands years ago. I mean, if you ever wanted to see how the real old Russia looked like, this place is ideal to see. But you need to do that in the daytime to today later, once again I remind you, later I will premiere that video. Oh. I already feel like my face turns to be plastic. This is an arcade of Cathedral, the merchant yard that was here back in the days. Look, Novgorod was really progressive and prosperous city. 2,000 merchants and craftsmen were living here. Back in those days, I believe everything here was parked with the ships and vessels. Okay, dudes, now let's me go to the embankments. Winnie telling me let's see inside a shop. You see any shop here? You see any shop? Now these arcades of Gostinny Dvor just only reminds about those big glory days of Novgorod the Great. Yes, now Novgorod is a kind of provincial town, but there was the days it was the main city of Russia, the real capital, where Rurik himself came, where lived Alexander Nevsky, Yaroslav the Wise. Oh, dudes. It's interesting how even here on the embankment it's already not that cold as it was on the bridge. Sergey, which is older, Veliky Novgorod or Nizhny Novgorod? I was in Nizhny Novgorod just 2 weeks ago, and back then I told you that Nizhny Novgorod was founded in 1221. Last year it has celebrated 800 years. So of course Veliky Novgorod, where we are now, way older, like more than, like, yes, like around 300 years older. The wind is a killer. Yes, it seems like because of the wind in the middle of the river, I felt much colder. Max Planck, thank you very much. Thank you for the super sticker. And Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everybody. Here in Russia, the New Year holidays keep going. Yes. Now here is the whole set of the churches and all churches. This side of the city, of the town, is called Торговая, trading side, because historically here was the trading, and that side is called Sofiskaya, what means Sophia's, because that's where it's located, Saint Sophia Cathedral. Can you imagine the oldest Russian Orthodox cathedral? 1045. These are really old churches. I see little by little they renovate them. For example, there in that church, there goes the renovation. This one looks really old. Here now goes the renovation. Little by little they renovate all the churches here, and that is cool, that is great. And when I was working here by day, I've heard they were working now, and it's the thing is, even though here people are now still on the New Year holidays, however, usually here in Russia, such a works are making the people from Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, and they don't care actually. They are having a contract work. Sooner they will finish, sooner they will get the money for the work. So that's why, even though like most of people in Russia continue the New Year holidays, they are working. They are working. TV tower, the main TV tower.
Питера не было, и все, что шло до Новгорода.
Novgorod was a part of Ganza Union. Not even sure how to pronounce it in English. Hansa Union. Hansa, Ganza, Hansa. If you remember, about a year ago, Veliky Novgorod started developing the walking streets, or should I say pedestrian streets. When I was here in the summertime, from one side it was awesome to see all the work that they have made here in order to make this street look like a walking street. But I had such a feeling that like it's not many people in the city yet knows about it, and wasn't many people around, even though I already see the first bars here, the first bars. What bar? Vis-a-vis. Face to face. Novgorod manufacturer. The coats from Elena. You see, it's like really, it's real. The streets, they are renovated. I remember how I was coming in 2020, and I saw the streets. These streets everywhere, it was like some, you know, like I don't know. Everywhere there was the works, you know. But then when I came here in the summer of this year, 2022, I saw everything is done. The tiles, the lampposts, but not many people. But I think that soon, it will be full of life. Veliky Novgorod, because I know that Veliky Novgorod now making a lot in order to develop the tourism. Meanwhile, the time is 7:25. So now, little by little, I will heading to the railway and bus station. And little by little we're moving towards St. Petersburg. Today I will return to St. Petersburg, but tomorrow I will continue moving forwards. A big weekend. I already announced you. Yes, another big weekend, which is must overdo the weekends in Nizhny Novgorod and the weekends in Kazan. Mega Ponful Novgorod looks magical, like a city set in a fantasy novel. I'm glad to see that you enjoy this. Also, make sure to watch the video I will premiere later. The video that I was filming today, several hours ago, when it was the day, the sun, and the sunset there. There was the sunset. Now another walk. Another walk through the bridge where it's pretty cold. But you know, this girl, she doesn't feel like it's cold. She's just relaxing. She's relaxing. This girl. That's the ship, 18th century style ship. Bridge and Tunnel Scooter Club, thank you very much for your amazing super chats. Amazing. hurry up. Well, let me tell you something. It's okay almost everywhere in this city, but not on the bridge. I mean, on the bridge it's like plus another 7-10 degrees. Wow. Never forget your likes. Your likes making me warm, okay? What was the coldest temperature you experienced yourself? Well, about like 35 degrees Celsius. I remember how one winter in Ufa was really cold, like down to minus 35 degrees Celsius. Mr. Fett celebrates 18 months of membership. Happy New Year, boss. Happy New Year, Mr. Fett. Вот так вот. Okay, it's good that I'm now getting back to the Kremlin because it's not that cold there at all. And it wasn't cold even on the embankment next to our arcade. Okay, to the Kremlin again. The Kremlin! The Kremlin! Max Planck, thanks again. The bell tower. The bells were ringing and the whole town of Novgorod was coming to discuss the matters. It seems like the bells are now under the restoration. Stacy O'Shields, thank you for the super chats. It's pretty much appreciated, and it's really warming up now. It's warming up, okay? It's warming up. And again, this is Saint Sophia Cathedral. Can you imagine the oldest Russian Orthodox cathedral? Wow! 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 the monument to Millennium of Russia. Again, I'm returning to the central square now. (1862). I never told you another thing about this monument. Look, need to understand that in 1862 Novgorod already was not a capital of Russia, and already back then it was a provincial town, and Moscow, St. Petersburg, and Kiev, they wanted to have the monument to Millennium of Russia, but Tsar, our emperor, Alexander II, who was behind the wheel of Russia back in those days, he said, no, historically, Veliky Novgorod is more accurate to have the monument to Millennium of Russia. And in 1862, they bring it here, and I think that's pretty right. It's pretty good that Alexander II decided to bring the monument to Millennium of Russia here. Alexander II. Yes, he said it's more correct to have it here in the real old capital of Russia, the first real capital of Russia. As I already said today, yes, that's if to be like 100% correct. Technically, the very first capital of Russia was Ladoga, the town of Ladoga, which is now called Old Ladoga. I was taking you there in 2022, but I mean, look, that was only for 2 years, and Ladoga never turned to be that really big town like the capital of Russia and the central town of Novgorod land. Alexander II was right. Yes, Moscow, St. Petersburg, Kiev, they wanted the Millennium to Russia monuments. Millennium of Russia monuments. But he said no. For fuck's sake, no. That's how he said it. Yes, he said, for fuck's sake, I'm telling you. Don't try to reassure me. Don't try to change. I'm telling you, it's more historically correct to have it here. For fuck's sake. Veliky Novgorod Kremlin. С Новым годом, what means Happy New Year. Well, literally sounds like with the new year. Don't bother me, Emily Hodges, Ashok Potsu, everybody, guys. Thank you for watching. Happy New Year. Hi Ronald, look at this, but don't be too much jealous, okay? Recently, you've been bored as much as you said it was a hard day for you. You even had to go to the bathhouse. Dang.
Что-то бесплатно? Да. А что бесплатно? Гринфи.
For God's sake, please go to some restaurants. Well, actually, now I already don't have time for any restaurants. I now will finish and we'll go to the station. Time to return to St. Petersburg. That's to get ready for my epic weekend. You remember I told you, the weekends will be epic. I already prepared the next big surprise for you. At least buy coffee. Yes, I will buy coffee. There's the coffee shop next to the railway station. And after all, McDonald's there, which I used to show you. Incredible. Okay. Okay guys, look guys, it's time for me heading back to the train station. There's also the bus station. I will check out what's now gonna be more appropriate. Look, dudes, thank you for watching. I really enjoyed the winter Veliky Novgorod. Don't mess it up with Nizhny Novgorod. This is for the first time I'm here in the New Year's season. It's pretty cool. I was here once in in the beginning of the winter, or maybe in the end of the winter, and it was not as cool here as now. Now it's really cool. The new year is a fairy. It's a fairy period. I'm now returning to St. Petersburg, and already tomorrow I will bring you to another great place. This weekend's gonna be epic. Okay, and never forget that some later, I will premiere the video that I was filming here by day. It was a nice bright day with the sunset. Okay, so see you guys. Thank you for watching. In the end, traditional panorama. Neil MacDonald, Alex Gordon, Stacy O'Shields, Boycotts, Max Planck, T. Augusto, Anastasia, William M. Kennedy Jr., Susie Q, Dan Jer Rus, Sergey Ivanov, Anik 9, Alexander A., Marion Kuipers, Stephen Briggs, Ashok Potu, Daughter of the Most High Gods, Tina's One, Mike Han, Bridge and Tunnel Scooter Club, Lily Pop, Julie Hopper, A. Victor, everybody, Operation Zenith. Okay, comrades. From the central square of Veliky Novgorod, from Veliky Novgorod Kremlin, from Russia, with love and peace. See you tomorrow. An epic weekend begins.